What's up, Mavericks? Picking a POS system feels like a quick decision, but then you're 6 months in all of a sudden and realize the one you chose doesn't handle your inventory the way you need it to, your staff hates it, or the fees are just too high. You don't want to get stuck with a POS system you hate. So today we're looking at 3 of the biggest names in retail POS: Clover, Square, and Lightspeed. They all have great ratings, they all handle payments, but they're all aimed at genuinely different businesses. We're gonna break down features, pricing, hardware, integrations, and who each one is actually built for. But before we get into it, let me just give you a quick lay of the land because these 3 point of sale systems are not built the same. Clover is built for small and retail service businesses that want everything handled in one place. Hardware, software, and payments all run through the same system. Now that makes the setup pretty smooth, but it also means that once you're in, you're essentially locked into Fiserv's processing ecosystem, even though pricing and terms can vary depending on who you buy from. Now, Clover's hardware is some of the best out there, and the app marketplace gives you room to scale as you customize and grow your business. Now, Square, on the other hand, has built its reputation on being the easiest way to get started, and it does that pretty well. Seriously, you can be up and running the same exact day, and there's a free plan that gets you started, no long-term contracts, and a great selection of affordable hardware to cover everything from your checkout counter to the sales floor. But one thing to be aware of with Square is that Square is a payment service provider, or what we call in the industry an aggregate payment processor, or a PSP. And anytime you sign up with a PSP, you're at increased risk of an account hold if you have some sort of unusual processing pattern. Now, it doesn't happen often, but it is part of Square's sort of processing model. Then we've got Lightspeed, which is built for more established retail businesses, especially if you have a lot of locations or inventory. You get deeper inventory tools, access to vendor catalogs, and reporting that actually helps you make decisions, not just track sales. But there's definitely a learning curve here, and it's a system most small business owners don't master in one day. So right out the gate, just know this: we're not comparing 3 identical tools here. These are 3 different systems built for 3 different kinds of businesses. All right, so now that you have the high level picture, let's figure out what separates them. At this point, all 3 can handle payments. Chip, swipe, tap, Apple Pay, Google Pay, that part's covered across the board. Now where they start to separate is everything built around that. Clover's retail features are built around a clean, user-friendly interface that's easy to train staff on. You get inventory management, real-time sales reporting, customer engagement tools, employee management with time tracking and role-based permissions, and an integrated loyalty and reward system. Clover also has an app market with hundreds of third-party apps you can add on, like accounting integrations, scheduling tools, and online ordering. The inventory system handles stock tracking and reporting for straightforward catalogs. But where it starts to show limits is if your catalog is large, complex, or spread across multiple locations. Now, if you want to learn more, make sure to check out our full video review of Clover, and that's linked in our description. Next up is Square for Retail, a fully built out retail POS with inventory management at its core. You can track stock across locations, set low stock alerts, bulk import your catalog, scan GTINs to add items automatically, and even do physical inventory counts from your iPhone or iPad. Vendor profiles, purchase orders, and cross-location returns are all available on the paid plans, and there's even a built-in online store included with every plan. Square also keeps up with current POS trends with features like Square AI, which lets you ask questions about your data and surface insights. It's currently in beta at the time of filming of this video, so it's a little bit early, but the direction is definitely clear. Now, I can't possibly cover every feature in this video, but we have another video, and that'll give you a deeper rundown of what Square for Retail has to offer. I've linked that in the description as well. Next up, you have Lightspeed, and this is where things get a little more advanced. Its inventory engine supports product variants, serialized items, bundles, and special order flows for selling items you don't currently have in stock. You can connect to supplier catalogs with access to millions of products and place purchase orders directly from within the POS. Automated reorder points, real-time stock visibility across locations, and advanced reporting give you the kind of operational control at a level most other POS systems don't match. Lightspeed also has a built-in e-commerce platform that syncs inventory, orders, and customer profiles between your online store and your physical location. Lightspeed has also been rolling out their own Lightspeed AI, which surfaces insights from your data to help with pricing and purchasing decisions. And if you want to learn more about Lightspeed, I've linked our video over in our description. Now here's how everything breaks down. Clover is the easiest to get running fast. Square is the best balance of features and accessibility for most retail businesses. And Lightspeed is the most powerful tool, but maybe the most difficult to learn. But features are only part of it. Hardware definitely matters too. Your setup affects how fast checkout moves, how professional your store looks, and whether your staff can actually do their jobs without fighting the equipment. Clover's hardware is proprietary, so the software only runs on Clover hardware. The lineup includes Clover Station Solo, a countertop unit with a 14-inch HD display and a built-in receipt printer, the Clover Mini, a compact 8-inch countertop device, the Clover Flex, a handheld device with a built-in printer, the Clover Compact for simple transactions, and the Clover Go, a mobile reader that pairs with a smartphone. No matter which one you choose, Clover hardware looks great in a retail environment. Next up is Square. You can run Square software on your own iPad or iPhone, which is a real cost advantage when you're starting out. For dedicated hardware, the options include a contactless chip reader, the Square Terminal, all-in-one standalone payment device, the Square Stand, which turns an iPad into a full counter POS, and the Square Register, which is a complete countertop system with a built-in customer-facing display. There's also Square Handheld, an ultra-portable device that's perfect for tracking inventory and taking orders on the sales floor. Lastly, you have Lightspeed, which is almost entirely iPad-based. The software is built for Apple devices, and the hardware lineup is iPad stands, Bluetooth barcode scanners, receipt printers, cash drawers, and a countertop card reader, all designed around the Apple setup. This gives you flexibility in building the right configuration for your store. For retailers who want a clean checkout experience, the iPad setup works well. But if you want dedicated terminals or a traditional register style setup, Lightspeed won't match that expectation. Now, hardware is only one piece of the setup. Your POS still needs to connect to everything else, your accounting software, e-commerce platform, payroll, and whatever else is running your business. Clover's app market has hundreds of integrations covering accounting tools like QuickBooks, scheduling, employee management, marketing, and much more. Most are plugin style apps that don't require any development work to set up, but the catch is that many apps carry their own monthly subscription fees on top of your planned cost. So your costs can definitely add up fast. Square has one of the largest integration ecosystems in the POS market. It connects natively with QuickBooks, Xero, and other popular accounting platforms. And the Square app marketplace covers everything from shipping and fulfillment tools like Shippo to wholesale ordering through Fair. Square also handles payments, banking, payroll, and marketing all within its own ecosystem. So if you want to consolidate under one brand, it's one of the better options to do that with. Lightspeed has hundreds of integrations as well, with connections to accounting platforms, marketing tools, and e-commerce channels. The New Order by Lightspeed wholesale network gives you direct access to thousands of brands to discover products and place purchase orders that sync back into your POS. Lightspeed also has an open API for businesses that need to build custom integrations. So all three options have pretty solid integrations. It really just comes down to what you're already using to power your business. So once you got features, hardware, and integrations covered, pricing is usually what helps you make the final decision. At the same time, it's important to remember that pricing shouldn't be the only factor you consider. While you do want to stay within your budget, making a choice solely based on the price could leave you with a POS that doesn't give you everything your retail business needs. Clover has a starter level option that's affordable, but is also extremely limited, so there's no inventory management or employee tools. Most retail businesses will want to start with the Retail Growth Plan, which includes inventory management, online store access, and customer engagement tools. And on top of that, you're also going to have to add in credit card processing rates. But here's where Clover's pricing gets a little complicated. Clover is sold through banks, ISOs, and financial institutions, so pricing may differ from what you see on Clover's website. And some deals come with long-term contracts, so you always have to read the terms before you sign. And because the hardware is proprietary and tied to Fiserv's processing, switching platforms later means replacing the hardware too. Then you have Square, which redesigned its pricing in 2025. Everything is now organized under 3 tiers: free, plus, and premium. There are never any long-term contracts, so you can cancel or change plans at any time, and both Plus and Premium offer a 30-day free trial. The free plan includes the full POS app, unlimited items, and basic inventory and reporting, but the processing rates are definitely higher. Plus and Premium bring rates down and unlock features like advanced inventory. Add-ons like payroll and loyalty programs are available for an additional cost. The free plan is one of the few genuinely useful no-cost options in the market, especially if you're a newer business on a tight budget. And finally, there's Lightspeed, which starts with the basic plan. You can upgrade to Core for omnichannel loyalty and advanced reporting, or go all in with Plus, which adds API access, custom reporting, and 24/7 support. Processing fees are charged per transaction through Lightspeed payments. If you use a third-party processor, additional fees do apply and it can get pretty expensive. I'd say Lightspeed's pricing is the main friction point for most retail businesses, but for the right operation, which is multi-location, high SKU count, or serious inventory complexity, the cost is often justified by the time it saves and the losses it prevents from stock mismanagement. So the bottom line is, Square is the most accessible price point with real flexibility. Clover's pricing can be competitive depending on the reseller you choose, and Lightspeed is the premium tier. You pay more, but you'll get more in return. All right, so let's simplify everything. Clover makes the most sense if you want polished, all-in-one hardware and software from a single vendor, you're running a single location with a relatively straight inventory, and you're comfortable using Fiserv's payment ecosystem. It's also a solid choice if you're buying through a bank or financial institution you already have a relationship with, but just make sure you understand the contract terms before you commit. Square is the strongest fit for new retail businesses that want to get up and running without a big upfront investment. It's a good choice for small to mid-sized shops that don't need deep multi-location inventory management and owners who want flexibility, no long-term contracts, and the ability to scale the plan up or down as the business changes. It's also worth a serious look if you want your POS, e-commerce, payroll, and banking all connected under one roof. Lightspeed belongs on your shortlist if you're managing multiple locations, running a catalog with hundreds or thousands of SKUs, dealing with complex inventory like serialized items or product variants, or if you need detailed reporting that actually helps you run the business rather than just recap what happened. It's built for established retailers who need professional grade tools and are willing to pay a premium for them. So here's my honest take. Square is hard to beat at the entry and mid-level. Lightspeed is a solid option when you've outgrown the basics, and Clover is worth considering if hardware aesthetics and an all-in-one vendor relationship matter to you. But just do your homework and read the contract before you sign. You can get hands-on with no commitment by signing up for Square's free plan or Lightspeed's 14-day trial. And if you're interested in Clover, you can sign up at clover.com or a reseller, but just make sure you do your research. If you're using a free plan or trial, use that window to run a real workflow through whichever one you're seriously considering. Check out a few transactions, pull a report, see what your inventory setup looks like. You want something that fits the way your business works. Clover, Square, and Lightspeed are all among the best POS systems for retail. But if you want more options, check out our full list at the link in our description. The right POS won't grow your business on its own, but the wrong one will definitely slow it down. Thanks for watching, Mavericks. I'll catch you in the next video.